Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. We're going to talk about CNN. We're going to talk about their terrible ratings, and we're going to talk about Bill Maher. CNN has resorted to bringing Bill Maher over to the platform. This is after laying off a bunch of people, cutting a bunch of shows, lot more layoffs coming as I understand it. CNN is desperate to get some ratings, get some eyeballs, and they know that Bill Maher can bring it. That's why he's on the platform. But man, everybody is so angry about this. So much salt. The Daily Beast. Daily Beast, which is, I believe, up for sale, by the way, because they don't get enough views either. Why is CNN platforming notorious anti-vaxxer Bill Maher? It's so weird. I remember not too long ago, Bill Maher was a bleeding heart liberal, and conservatives hated him. So how times have changed. So look, normally we don't get that political on this channel, and I'm not going to get that political in this video. I'm basically just going to talk about numbers. And the reason, you can scream and rant and rave about Bill Maher all you want to, but the reason that they're bringing him to CNN is CNN needs serious help. CNN's ratings are the worst they've been in years. They need something to bring people to the platform. They've talked about trying to be fair and balanced. At this point, I don't even know if they care about that. I think they just care about getting eyeballs on the channel so more people don't get fired, especially the guy in charge. So we're going to talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over, 292,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. I think we're at 292, maybe 291. I don't know. Somewhere in there. But thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciated. Somehow I think we have more of you watching us than watching CNN these days, which is really saying something. But yeah, we've talked about this at length. CNN is in really bad shape right now. It's layoffs, infighting ratings, woes. We've talked about it at length. There to talk about Jeff Zucker, but the network has basically collapsed at this point. They've laid off a bunch of talking heads. They launched a morning show and it hasn't done very well. They're way behind Fox News and MSNBC. And of course, Fox News is going to take the opportunity to crow about it. So what do you do? What do you do when your ratings are in the absolute gutter? Well, you call up Bill Maher, who was working with HBO. Owned by the same parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, and you bring them over to your platform and you watch other media outlets lose their shit. The Daily Beast losing their shit. LA Times. It's like, CNN needs to restore trust. Why are you bringing Bill Maher on? Oh my God. Oh my God, Bill Maher. I think it's funny. You go out to Twitter and everybody's losing their shit over this. Like, why didn't you lose your shit when Bill Maher was on HBO all this time? Why are you so angry that he's on, was it just Friday nights, I think, on CNN? You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch it. It's on, late Friday nights on CNN, one segment. It's not like the guy's going to be a regular news anchor or something, 24/7. But they can't stand it. People cannot stand it. I saw what's-his-face from the Young Turks just completely losing his shit. It's like, oh my God, It's like you'd think that they brought Alex Jones on or something. But that's the way they're acting. And all you're doing is, one, calling more attention to Bill Maher, and people are going to check him out and be like, what's wrong with this guy that everybody's freaking out so much? I got to watch this. And that's what CNN wants. And two, you just make yourself look ridiculous. And again, the outlets that are screaming about it the loudest are the ones that are not performing themselves. Again, the Daily Beast is for sale because it's failing. So let's read this ridiculous article, and then we'll go out to ridiculous Twitter and see all the ridiculous bullshit. Daily Beast. Why is CNN platforming notorious anti-vaxxer Bill Maher? In a desperate play for relevance, the flailing cable news network gave the neo-Luddite comic a primetime slot. That's a mistake for the most trusted name in news. Oh, sunshine. CNN hasn't been the most trusted name in news in like 20, 30 years. CNN's in trouble, recently suffering its worst ratings in 9 years. Yeah, true. A sad indictment of Chris Licht strategy to rejuvenate the once venerable cable news channel. Now, in a charm offensive, he told the Los Angeles Times his goal is to make CNN the most trusted name in news again on both sides of the political spectrum. His first move, adding Bill Maher to Friday night. It's a controversial Hail Mary play as the cable news business continues to suffer from the inevitable come down following the Trump era, whose nonstop scandals and gruesome train wreck quality endowed the industry a years-long ratings boost. Hey, at least they're admitting it. So many of these media outlets were built on the back of Trump outrage. Regardless of how you feel about Trump, it's apparent that without him, they don't have much to talk about. They don't have much to complain about. So they try to find other enemies. They try to find, people not wearing their masks, or, the anti-vaxxers, or, whatever. That's what they're going after now, because they're like, well, these are Trump adjacent talking points. Maybe we can get some ratings. Nobody cares. Light apparently feels the network needs another controversial showman, someone enraging and amusing. People can't stop watching out of love or hate. And the former exec was on Late Night with Stephen Colbert, and he worked with him, I guess. Experience working with hosts that straddle both comedy and infotainment. So yeah, they're bringing in Bill Maher. Populists are popular because they turn fear into trust. That's why Licht is giving Licht Light. I don't know if it's Licht or Light. I really need to look into that, because I talk about this guy an awful lot. Dead Man Walking is his name. That's why he's given Maher a platform. His predecessor, Jeff Zucker, offered Trump a show in 2016. Just like Trump, Maher has spread fear and doubt about vaccinations, once stating that this so-called genius medical advancement is actually a risky medical procedure. Both platformed anti-vax leader Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in their own ways. When the pandemic hit, both would eventually get the COVID vaccine, yet neither walked back prior support for the idea that vaccines can cause autism. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, don't put them on because anti-vax. Bill Maher sits at the bottom of the political horseshoe, where the far left and right distrust vaccines, GMOs, and see modernity as corrosive. Licht likely knows this, and embracing Maher as a face of CNN is as much a cynical calculation as was Zucker's embrace of Trump. No, it is. It is. Look, this is a guy who's going to lose his effing job if he doesn't bring views to the platform, and people are going to watch Bill Maher just to see what stuff he says. And already a clip of him calling out wokeness, calling out the revolution, is making the rounds on Twitter. So it's working. It's working, dude. I don't know what to tell you. They got to do what they got to do. And look, they've been coming after Bill Maher for a while. This is from 5 years ago. 5 reasons why liberals should boycott Bill Maher. And he's been incredibly successful on HBO, regardless of what you think of him. Let's see what they're saying in reply to this. CNN. Way to latch onto an unfunny hack. I'm sure the right-wing implosion of CNN will stop any day now. Nope. Maher's a bigot and a misogynist and an embarrassment as a progressive. Ha 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 ha. Bill Maher showing up on failing CNN as the perfect ending. I think that's actually funny. CNN has been struggling for ratings since it decided to be Fox News Light, and their solution is to bring on Bill Maher. Super hard pass. If you're trying to get your liberal viewers back, Bill Maher ain't it. No, Dee Dee from Nashville. No, they don't want the liberal viewers back. I don't think they do. I think they're trying to find the 80% in the middle of disenfranchised, normies, and he appeals to that audience. Love him or hate him. Hard pass. Haven't watched CNN since Santorum's comments on the Parkland students. Ditch Maher around the same time. No thanks. No thanks. I have HBO. If I wanted to watch him, I could. I don't need to see his smug and aggrieved white man misogyny, racism, making the perfect enemy. Hard pass. Actually, I'll take it. I can't believe I'm saying it, but Bill's become the middle ground. Not because he's moved anywhere, but because the train shifted beneath his feet. My own personal political opinion is yes. I actually agree with this. I consider myself a liberal for most of my adult life. And, the goalpost has moved, absolutely. I mean, I feel like my personal politics have not changed since I started voting back in the 90s. And it just seems like everything else has changed. Everybody else has changed. And now it's like I don't even recognize progressives and liberals anymore. It's so far removed from the Clinton era. I'm like, what the hell? Is my own personal opinion, right? And I think I've said it before. Like, people think I'm conservative. I'm not. I just look conservative because everybody else has gone crazy. And I think that's kind of where Bill Maher is too. I think it's like he just looks like a conservative because everybody else has gone batshit insane. Hard pass. Another conservative on another. Yeah, there we go. Another cable news teleprompter reading channel. Blah blah blah. We're not coming back. That's okay. They don't want you. CNN doesn't want you. They're trying to actually get a rating spike, and I don't know how this is gonna work out. So MAGA loves Bill Maher. That's why he's on CNN. I've heard the new CNN is to the right of the old one. Bill Maher is a good fit. I quit watching Bill Maher on CNN years ago. They're comparing CNN to Fox News now. God, I can't believe if you told me 20 years ago that Bill Maher would be considered basically Rush Limbaugh but worse, I would have said you're smoking crack. So does this mean Bill Maher's going to be in airports and stuff now? Are they going to have, I don't know, hard pass? It's one of the most annoying shows I've ever listened to. Yeah, let's go out to this on the New York Post because I know what's his face from the Young Turks was having a meltdown. Leftist and Young Turks host, is it Sink Uyghur? I don't know. Claim that I don't watch Young Turks. Obviously, I don't watch the Young Turks. I know his face. He looks like Reggie from Nintendo, but I don't actually watch these guys. Claim that Maher was a culture warrior for the political right. Bill Maher is actually a perfect fit for CNN, to be honest. False equivalencies, propping up right-wing culture war talking points, fighting for the status quo and that smug face. Yeah, you guys wouldn't know anything about smug faces, would you? Over there at the Young Turks, right? Jake Tapper might get jealous because he might get out smugged. MSNBC host, is it Mehdi Hassan? Again, I don't watch MSNBC either, believe it or not. Bill Maher is obsessed with this idea that cancel culture is out of control. It is. It is. Yet Maher himself just got a new CNN gig, despite saying outrageous things about Muslims, Arabs, and trans people, making crass jokes about Asians, and using the N-word on TV. He also made a very off-color remark about 9/11, which a lot of people kind of memory hold, but he was canceled. So he knows what cancel culture is. He got canceled for making a joke about 9/11. I remember that. That was a big. That's why I'm shocked that everybody's like, he's a right winger. I'm like, nah, really? Cancel culture. Okay. There is no cancel culture. There is no cancel culture. Keith Olbermann, who was fired from MSNBC 10 years ago, said Maher's new deal with CNN was like giving his leftovers to the network. So Bill Maher's leftovers will run on CNN Friday night. 1619 Project founder and critical race theory proponent Nicole Hannah-Jones addressed Maher directly on Twitter. Bill, you've obviously never read the 1619 Project, challenging a statement that Maher made in a recent conversation with actor Bryan Cranston on his podcast. If you mean more than the 1619 book says, which is just the essence of America and that we are irredeemable, that's just wrong, Maher said, pushing back. So yeah, this is like, they can't believe it. You lost CNN. I'm sorry. It's over. I mean, this might be a Hail Mary pass, but I mean, this is the face of the end of CNN right here, because it is basically his leftovers. His show's going to go on HBO. He'll probably wind up getting, podcast deals from now until the end of time. But there it is, guys. Lots of people freaking out. We're going to watch this. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.